This next topic I am turning into a video, so I'm recording it right now. But for those of you that weren't here yesterday or paying attention to the other day, Hasan came out and made a statement about why he is not going to TwitchCon. And now, for those of you who are unaware of what TwitchCon is, TwitchCon's the big convention that Twitch themselves put on. They have a bunch of Twitch creators come out, hang out, have a good time. It's a big like streaming session. There's panels. There are interesting things that happen at TwitchCon. I'm not going to deny that. There are interesting things that happen there. There's a lot of VTubers that actually get to hang out for the first time in a couple months, maybe even a couple years. They get to finally see each other. They get to see each other IRL. They do all sorts of cool events there for VTubers and people like that. But it is TwitchCon. That's the downside of it. But Hasan came out and made a statement as to why he won't be going to TwitchCon, or that he wasn't going to TwitchCon. And this is what he said the other day.
The social Hasan era, there is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place.
Which I don't fully disagree with his position as to that, but there's more nuance there.
And two, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs if some psycho freak decides, like, I'm going to go there.
Which nobody would. Okay, let's be honest here. Not a single person would go there to do anything to Hasan because, one, everybody on the right who has a problem with Hasan has routinely said, don't do anything to this tard. Let him dig his own freaking grave. Nobody wants to do anything bad to Hasan. It doesn't make any logical sense when you sit down and actually think about it. I get with our political climate right now, it does make a little bit of sense to maybe not want to go do something in public. By the way, shout out to you Irish whips. But let's think this through. Ain't nobody coming after Hasan. Hell, even Destiny over here called him out on this thing because it's true. It's true. Look, and I don't like to give Destiny a W here, but I mean, he gets a W on this one.
So cringe. Like, nobody cares about you. Has there ever been like a right-wing violent thing that's happened to him while streaming or
No, there hasn't. Same to even Destiny. Destiny just had a freaking in-person university tour after the assassination, and nothing happened to Destiny. Hell, Destiny even had like shit security. Nothing happened there. Well, it's almost like the violence is only coming from one direction.
while out at some event? I don't think it's ever happened ever. And he's in these huge crowds of people. Like, I don't know where he's getting this idea that nobody on the right wing cares about you. Nobody's going after you. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, all you do is shit on Dems all day long. No one cares about you, bro.
I don't even go after Destiny for his political opinions. Not Destiny, I mean Hasan here. I don't go, well, one, I could easily go after him for his political opinions. He's dumber than a box of rocks, and that's being mean to rocks. I talk about Hasan because he's a tard. That's it. I don't go after him for political points. People usually bring him up because he's a tard and says ridiculous out-of-pocket shit, and you start sitting there wondering, why the hell does Twitch even allow him there? Because he's a detriment to the platform.
Reason. So make with that information, do with that information what you will.
Him trying to present this is like, I'm saving other people. Oh my God, dude. Just say that you don't want to go because you want to stay home and stream, and that's it. That's fine.
I actually kind of agree with Destiny there. I kind of agree. He just wants to stay home and stream. That's all he wants to do. But okay, I'm bringing this all up because, one, there was the rebuttal from Destiny that everybody freaking called out. Everybody called out. And even people like Tectone, Asmongold, Legal Mindset, myself, so many people pointed out that, hey, the person that was actually making everything a little bit more violent was you. But hey, why don't we see what ended up being Hasan's real reason and justification as to why he's not going to TwitchCon? Hasan says a big reason why he's not going to TwitchCon is because of people like Tectone. Tectone. That's right. He's blaming Tectone. But here, let's listen to it from him.
Bro went to the LA riots, but TwitchCon is too much for him. Yeah. Exactly. It goes to show that obviously for me, it's not a matter of my own fucking safety. It's a matter of the safety of others.
That doesn't make any sense. Nobody's going to go out there and do anything. Nobody's going to do anything to you. So why your safety would be a part of this. But if you're thinking, well, somebody's going to go out there to do something, why would they go out there and do anything at TwitchCon? It should be about your safety. But now you're saying it's all about everybody else's. Then why are you not going? You're blaming everybody else. None of this makes sense.
And also, what do you mean you created this beast? It's ironic because this is quite literally part of the reason why I think like some dumb fuck who's a Rape Tone fan is going to take matters in their own hands because they're like, oh, I know Hasan is going to TwitchCon. I'm going to fucking make a name for myself.
That would be them targeting you, you idiot. But you just said nobody's going to be targeting you. But you did do this. God damn it. We're going to go through the receipts again.
And then accidentally end up shooting a bunch of other fucking people that are attending TwitchCon. That's the reason why I'm not going.
So again, it's about yourself, but you want to blame Tectone and everybody that talks about you all the time and never about your own rhetoric that, again, we have plenty of receipts for.
How are people blaming you for your own stalking and death threats? I mean, this is proof as to why, it doesn't make sense for me to fucking go to TwitchCon. This is like the whole point.
Because of Tectone.
This is literally the reason. Like, what kind of fucking statement is this?
I read through the statement yesterday, and I'll read through what he said here. Hasan and people like Hasan have been pushing violent rhetoric and supporting terrorism for years. He knows the dangers he has caused for others. He's now too afraid to face the very beast he's created. He knows if he live streams there, he'll broadcast his own audience that will be there, exposing the exact type of viewers he's creating, exposing the exact type of dangers he'd be bringing with him. This is not a noble act. This man is a coward. This man is delusional, and Twitch is a pathetic platform allowing this type of violent rhetoric to go on unpunished for years, nearly a decade. Pathetic. What's the radical thing that's being said here? What's the violent thing being said here by Tectone? Nothing.
And it's such a crazy situation because, like, I have to make a public statement about it so that, I discourage psychos from fucking attending. And meanwhile, I'm making a public statement about it, making it clear that it's not about even my own personal safety, but the safety of others because of people like...
You said it wasn't about your own personal safety. In this own clip, you said it wasn't about your own personal safety. It was just about the people of others. And now you're adding in your own personal safety. You see how none of this makes sense? Destiny called it right, okay? I hate giving Destiny a W, by the way. Destiny called it right. He just wants to stay home and get money while streaming. That's the only reason he wants to do it.
Tectone. Okay, because of this kind of sentiment that you hear all over the internet.
Because of Tectone calling out your own violent rhetoric. Mind you, Tectone put out a tweet. Now, I don't watch a whole lot of Tectone videos. I'll say that. Okay, I see what he tweets out. I see what he says here and there. I don't watch a whole lot of his videos. But reading this from Tectone, I don't disbelieve him because I've said the same shit. Hasan, I made an entire video to express how much I'm against anyone enacting violence on behalf of me, just as a precautionary due to the political climate. I did the same shit. So many people on the right who who dislike you to an extreme degree have all said, don't do this. Don't get violent. Violence isn't the answer. They all disavow violence to an nth degree. But you want to come out here and play the victim, go like, they want to hurt me, even though they constantly say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, oh, well, they're obviously saying, they say, don't do it. It's stupid. Let the legal system take care of him, denaturalize him, and deport his butt. Let that take care of it. We don't have to do anything. I even name dropped you specifically because even though you slander, lie, badmouth, and defame me fucking constantly, I still don't wish any harm against you, nor do I wish anyone to do that to you or anyone like you. I agree, by the way. Don't get violent, you idiots. If you get violent, I will have no problem disavowing you. I have no problem calling you a frickin' tard and saying that this is not the right thing to do. It's easy because I actually have morals and standards unlike these freaks. You can't even go live and say terrorism is bad. Pathetic ass MF. And I don't have any reason to disbelieve that Tectone said any of this stuff because so many people say this. Constantly people say this, but you want to know who doesn't say shit like this? Hasan. And to remind you all, I can't play this video right here. I can't play this video from Hasan where he openly calls for violence. We have this one. I could play this one. Reminder,
if you
what he
cared
said about Tom Cotton.
Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Oh, this was Rick Scott, not Tom Cotton. I always get it mixed up. But he also went after Tom Cotton. Jesus Christ. He has no problem saying shit like this. Reminder, this is what he said.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he?
Don't even know what his current office is, by the way. And he's a political streamer.
He's the Richard Lynn Scott, is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States Senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019.
Calls to off Rick Scott, and I can't even play this video because what he says about landlords and what you should do to landlords, ignoring the fact that his own family's landlords. Hey, we have this. I love this clip where Hasan openly threatens his own audience members with a gun after doxing them.
Donnie communist. Let's go to war against the left.
In our sincerity and actually delivering for the very working people who have been left behind by our politics, compared.
Randomly just pulls out a gun after doxing and harassing a viewer that was just poking fun at him. Yeah, pulls out a gun. Man, that sounds smart. Hey, we also have this again from Baked Alaska. I went over this one recently. This is Hasan saying, hey, go out there and do it. Openly saying
874 Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like, that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. So I think that people are a lot more radical now. This is an unprecedented time to really get others on board, to explain to them that it's not your neighbors, it's not like a Guatemalan migrant that is responsible for all the shit that you're going through on a daily basis.
You know, it's your neighbors, your bosses are fucking you over, town owners are fucking you over.
And I think this is a unique opportunity to get even Devers and Barbas on board with that, like White Wymons. And you actually wrote about this, and
by the way, I'm pretty sure that this is Taylor Lorenz, and I love what he points out here and what he says next.
it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone.
Someone has to do it, has a gun, encouraging more violence. Again, he was talking about somebody that was receiving death threats and then resigned because of the death threats. He's enjoying death threats and is promoting more death threats.
Everyone knows exactly what I mean. I think that shows that there's a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and untapped revolutionary potential, as a matter of fact. And it's a great opportunity for organizing, I think, in these unprecedentedly horrible times.
This was also at an anti-ICE rally. This was at an anti-ICE rally where he's happy and gloating about violence and more violence and calling for more violence. So whenever I hear Hasan say, hey, it's Tectone's fault I'm not going over to frickin' TwitchCon, it's Tectone's fault. All Tectone said was, Your own violent rhetoric is why the climate is so dangerous right now. That's all he said. He didn't call you or say anything harm to befall you. He's pointing out your own hypocrisy and your incapability to realize that you're the reason we're in this mess. You are part of the big reasons as we are dealing with this right now, but you want to blame everybody else. And then you want to act noble and say, well, I'm not going because of other people. I don't care about my safety. I care about other people's safety, but I do care about my safety. That's what I care about. No. Screw off. You want to blame everybody else for your own freaking issues that you brought on yourself. This is your own doing, Hasan. It's not Tectone's. It's not Destiny's. It's nobody else. This is your doing. And heck, I didn't even bring it up right now. Reminder to everybody. Just a few weeks ago, just a few fucking weeks ago, we had a Hasan fan get arrested for terroristic threats. This was just a few weeks ago. Here. Hasan fan. Pulling it up right now. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right here. From Dan Can't Tweet. This was a Hasan fan who brought Hasan to an event and then later was arrested for terroristic threats. An open Hasan fan. Hey, which side is more violent? It is causing more danger right now? Which side is doing this? Which side should we actually be afraid of here? By the way, he even tweets to when they were hanging out. He shows it off. He's talking about it. He rejoices it. He loves it. And he's arrested for terrorism. It's almost like there's one side and one group that's actually violent, actually extreme, and maybe Tectone had it right that you just don't want to show off that you're the real problem here, Hasan.